Okay, Greg, so I don't know why you're quite attacking me through these videos, but it's kind of getting on my nerves. I mean, why can't we settle this in private? It's to a point where why does this need to be made public? Maybe you're starting to be more of this persona that you claim is not yours, the arrogant bastard. Maybe it is more your persona. And I don't know, maybe all this public appearance stuff is hurting your brand, hurting Stone, hurting the industry overall, because the industry is doing real well and you're coming through and you're attacking people that are supporting the craft beer. They're doing beer reviews like myself and a lot of my friends on YouTube. And we're trying to spread the word, and you're just trying to tear us down here on YouTube. And it's just not working right now. It's starting to really piss me off. And maybe the rumors are true. Maybe you are a dick. I don't know. But it's just, it's getting to be too much right now.
Oh, you get back! There we go! See, I told you I was scrawny. You wouldn't get hurt.
I'm glad we got that.
Let's try that again.
So, hey, let me grab my beer.
Grab a beer.
I've been enjoying this coconut IPA.
Yeah, I got
it's Robert's version.
Yeah,
I had your version.
Panda Robert, he's here.
Yeah, yo, brother. I think we can move
partner.
the padding here. I don't know where that's been.
Yeah, drinking some Room 10 and some homebrew coconut IPA. Robert's, mine,
Yeah.
and our batch 4.
I gotta tell you, he had on the aroma on his version.
This is fresher, yeah.
Is it? Yeah,
It's
is that
like
what it is?
3 weeks fresher than mine.
Yeah, but
Okay.
his
It's
is cleaner.
This is delicious.
It's cleaner. It's crisper at this point.
So the reason why we did all this was sort of a, it's sort of highlighting all the negativity on YouTube these days, especially in the comments section.
YouTube, the other beer websites, those, the beer forums. You know what websites we're talking about. I don't think we should mention that.
Well, we know the fact that like online has degenerated from conversations, which like it's fine for us to disagree, and I
Sure.
disagree with people. It's like we're all working together. We know that, but the conversation degenerates so quickly, usually by either people who are being trolls or just on purpose. Or, I don't know, they have nothing better.
After the first page, it's like, why would I ever read the rest of this comments?
Can you sit down?
Sure.
Thanks for doing this. It was funny because when you did the first Arrogant Bastard Ale review, you were like way too nice. You gave it a B- or something, and you were trying to be mean.
Well,
to give it something to respond to.
Well, it's like, okay, so the hard part of that review was, honest opinion mixed in with shots at the beer and Greg.
Well, anyway, so we made this video to kind of, we're sitting here. He's just posted the first original version. We recorded my response, then his response, then my response, then his response with the tackle leading to this very moment right here. And so we haven't seen all the back and forth. And I warned Ryan, I warned you in advance.
Right.
This is the 12th of June right now as we're talking.
Right. And Greg is at my house right now, which is pretty awesome, by the way.
Well, hey, look at it from my perspective. I've had a beer in my hand from the moment I walked in the door.
Well, that's how I do it at my house.
Along with your rather very tasty homebrew, coconut IPA, which I'm looking forward to the version that we did at our place very soon.
Everyone is, yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say. That's part of what happens when you're drinking beer. What?
I know, I sidetracked you on that one.
Yeah.
Well, I know with Greg, I remember the early days of me being on the beer websites. He was a participant. He would come on, and you would communicate with the community, address some things, and then, this was 3 or 4 years ago, probably at this point.
I was more than that.
Yeah, and then it kind of stopped doing that, and I think it's just because it started to get more and more out of hand. And it's like you can't these days have a serious conversation on some of these forums.
And not that you have to be serious. You just maybe just having a conversation that just doesn't degenerate into complete trollish, commentary. So yeah, you're right. And I used to comment. I probably was the highest volumetric responder, commentary, participant in online beer enthusiast forums of anybody in like ownership of a brewery.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not trying to say that I was the most whatever but I commented a lot because I really enjoyed the conversation. I got into this because I was a beer geek, and I still geek out about this stuff just as much as I ever did, but I talk about it almost none online, almost not online at all anymore, because year after year after year, I found that I had to be more and more careful about every single word I said, because it would get picked apart, taken out of context, and also, and I worked hard to give very level, straightforward responses. I mean, I really worked hard on it, because I know that because of a beer that we came out with in 1997 and we still have today, named Arrogant Bastard Ale, everything I say and do gets viewed through that lens. I've learned that. It's a burden and a curse, whatever. I mean, it's a because we love the beer, and it's done great things for us as a company too. So, but I stopped going online, and I stopped coming on the forums because, and it was a loss for me. It really was a loss for me, because I lost this conversational platform that I could go on and I could give and take sincere opinions and thoughts, and then it became, I couldn't say a comment without people just absolutely coming at it from every kind of weird angle possible. People that clearly didn't know me or my philosophies or my attitudes about beer, because they pick up on one little thing somewhere out of context. And now, I never used to understand, the politicians, for example, who had, big long careers, and then they'd say one thing, right? Because the microphone was on, or because they slipped up, or because maybe it was just a stupid fucking boneheaded thing to say, like people could say, right? If I said stupid fucking boneheaded things before in my life, yeah.
Yep.
But it's this career ender as a result. I mean, you got to look at the body of work. But, shy of that, come on, we're going to say some things that not everybody agrees with from time to time. And every once in a while, it's going to be really bad and stupid and maybe even ugly. And I don't think I've done much of that, or really any. I mean, I'm not looking to you to answer that, because I know you haven't hung on every single word I've said over the last, 10 years online. So, hell, neither have I. And if anybody has, yikes.
Yep.
I actually think the message we are trying to create, I think the message we are trying to share is that this very small percentage is actually not representative. Sorry, I'm drinking some beer here. Not representative of the true thoughts. It's the silent majority,